So our Yoga Dogs calendar for September is Togo, and the pose is extended hand to big toe pose. Utthita, Hasta, Padangusthasana. Strengthens the hips, hamstrings and abductors, lengthens the hamstrings, improves length in the back of the leg and challenges the core, and most importantly calms the mind and improves focus, because as we know with our Hatha practice, yoga being the science of the mind through pranayama, and the shapes and asana were brought in to give the mind focus, so we mustn't forget that. So do this lying down, usually with a strap. I usually just get to the end of my hour and a half Saturday morning practice, and if I'm covering, and try and fit this in lying down. So it gives us more challenges standing. So obviously it's not an extensive video with time, the focus is the pose. So I'm just going to show a couple of rounds of what I would call prep if you were isolating the posture at home. When I teach it, it's getting towards the end of an hour and a half class, so the body's well prepared for the pose. So I would look at standing Vedics, folding over Uttanasana legs. As I've said before, we always, when these legs are hip width, slightly apart or together, we like to have a subtle bend in the knee to take the pressure off the lower back. It's always important to have a subtle bend in the knee. And as you start the folds, you can have a bit of a bigger bend, and then as you're getting a bit warmer, maybe go to a subtle bend. So we're going to start with the Vedic fold. So we're just going to do 4. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Next one, we'll stay in a bit, relax down, hold the elbows or just take the hands left to right. Okay, and we come up on the inhale. So down dog's a very good one. So we'll start with a Vedic. And we fold over these bent knees, can go deeper, walk back, find our down dog. Because I'm isolating posture and I'm not warm through, I'm going to just pedal. Don't hold on to the breath. Maybe take the knees down, a couple of cat rounds. Maybe take the knees wide, glutes back, Balasana, abdominal breath. Inhale, come up, couple of cat rounds. And curl the toes, paddle heels, down dog. And we'll walk or step up. Gently uncurl to Hasta. So that is a quick look at our prep. So if you're at home and you're isolating and working on posture, I would go into more reps of the prep. Vedic folds into down dog, cat, Balasana, and then maybe Balasana, cat, down dog, back into folds and back in, just to get yourself pretty ready, particularly if it's an early morning practice as the body warms naturally through the day. Ideal practice would be sort of early evening, I would say, for us all. Or if you're doing a morning practice, get up early, an hour or so before, so you're getting the body going. Okay, so I would look at this, also obviously it's a balance. I would take a very simple balance. To begin with, I'd find a good Padabandha on the right foot. Nice strong right leg, don't over tighten here. Nice base. Take the left one back, hold the left ankle. Be mindful of where that you're not leaning forward. Okay, if you can, both hands to that left foot. Breathe. So this is a very good one to do to get you ready for the peak posture. And switch. A nice base. Bring that right heel back. Hold with both hands if you can. Nice long spine. Mindful of not leaning into that lower back. Try and keep the hips level, quite difficult to do, quite unforgiving because I'm yoga mat on jiu-jitsu mat, so it's quite unforgiving. It's a lot easier on a nice solid floor. Okay, so obviously over the time I've been teaching, I always talk about use of the wall, so if you're ever doing those balances, just done as our prep, you can use the wall this way, got the wall, so not worried about falling, obviously same other way, and also a lot of the time you can sort of take the posture and just be near enough to the wall that if you're thinking of falling forward, you can just go back so the foot's on the wall, so you can use it in two ways, sideways or front on, okay? So looking at the peak posture. Good way to start again, good Padangusthasana and base on the right leg, and we're just taking the left knee up, here. Don't forget, don't hold on to the breath. Try and be mindful of your hips. No mirrors here, so I can't really see. Just feel where I am. Release. Opposite. Here. And again, release. Like I said before, you can do that on the wall. So I'm going to push just off the wall. Come up. So if you have a problem and I'm wobbling, I just lean back. Obviously with the opposite side, use of the wall, problem, I'll just lean back. Obviously the only thing with that, using the wall, that instantly takes a little bit of the core away. So if so we're staging, so that can be enough for you. You know, you're building up to things, you've just managed the other balances, the other balance, which we probably refer to as a quad stretch. But it was one of the postures that was in the 12-year yoga for healthy backs study that they did. Yoga for healthy lower backs. Believe it or not, this simple quad stretch was one of the postures in that study to help with lower back. Reason being that this quad sometimes has to do a lot with the hips, tight hip, which in conjunction may possibly give you lower back issues. So that's a very good one to remember. So going back to peak posture, good Padangusthasana base, right leg again, nice and strong. But don't over tighten on the knee, not just be strong with it. Bringing the left knee up to the hip. Taking it a stage further, we come in and open. And breathe. And release. Very good. Let's go to opposite. Come up. Nice strong base. Bringing that right knee up to hip. Inside if you can. A lot of wobbling around here. And open that knee. Remember use of the wall if you need it. If you think you need it. And release. So, 2 stages, just bringing the knee up, second stage, the knee comes over, inside with the hand. So use of the strap. Rather than trying to reach with my, what happens a lot of the time, if I try and reach for this big toe, I end up rounding in to the lower back. Rounding in, and balance a bit. time to get a bit more proficient with these postures. So that's why we're staging, okay? So use of the strap takes that sort of bend out of that spine, because you want a nice straight back if possible, hinging at the hip if you need to. So I'm just going to find a good Padangusthasana on my left foot and take the strap on the instep. I'm going to just come up to here, and it's a bit of a science, and I'm going to lengthen through here. This is stage 3. And breathe. You might need to keep a subtle bend in this leg, it's too strong. To help you. And keep a nice long spine and release. So we're into stage 3, let's do opposite leg. And it's a bit of a science over practice to get this strap right, because you can be too far into the strap and have too much bend in the elbow. So ideally, you want to have a straight arm on the strap hand. I'm going to try and find that here. So we're lifting the knee up, then lengthening through the leg. So we're here. And hold it for a couple of breaths. So 1 breath. And release. So stage 3, and you can just build this up over time. No point in rushing. And back to Padangusthasana, left leg. Again, it's a bit of a science getting this strap right, because you ideally want a nice straight arm, straight leg. So that leg straight, and I take it out to the side. More of a balance again. That's where your wall might come in. Take it back and release. Try the opposite side, might need the wall. Again, it's a bit of a science getting this strap right. So I brought the knee up to our first stage, and lengthening through, and then my choice is to open. Or you can just try and keep it at the front and release. So that's it, quite simple posture staged. Have a bit of fun with it, and obviously with practice you can get deeper into it, where you can keep the leg out longer for more breaths. I wouldn't ask you to lean into that outstretched leg being Hatha trained. It's not what I'd ask you to do. So I wouldn't ask you to lean in. Once you get that posture, lean in, because obviously you'd have to keep the back nice and long, hinge at the hip, and take breaths, lean in. I wouldn't ask you to do that. So that's the posture. Breathe, prep poses, and I would say the prep poses would be your counter poses, and it might be an idea after peak posture to go into more lengthening. Maybe you want to try some seated work where you're coming over, subtle bend in the knee, because you've done the prep, you've done the peak. Maybe you want to see if you can get some bit more length, the back of the legs seated. Maybe it's something you want to try. And obviously, like I said before, just briefly look at your counter poses. I would use your prep poses as your counter. Just do one more deeper step back. Roll or pedal. Knees down, a couple of cats. Maybe Vipassana. Couple of breaths. Abdominal breath if you can. Inhale, come up tabletop. Arm curl down dog. Walk or step up. Okay. And that's it. So, yoga dog, calendar, yoga dog September, our little friend Toto, extended hand to big toe pose, Utthita, Hasta, Padangusthasana. And we'll look at that as a follow-on, Utthita on the floor. The next one, we'll go into that. This is a little bit more forgiving. Like I said, on these mats, it's quite asking a lot. It's quite a bit of a spongy base to be doing these balances, but a nice solid floor, a lot more forgiving. Don't forget the use of the wall to help you. Okay. Thank you. Namaste.